Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be solving the equation the square root of 2 to the power of the square root of m minus the square root of 2 to the power of the square root of n is equal to 32,768. So I want to solve this equation. By solving it, I mean to find both the values of m and n. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by rewriting the square root of 2 as 2 to the power of 1/2. So now I have 2 to the power of 1/2 to the power of the square root of m minus 2 to the power of 1/2 to the power of the square root of n is equal to 32,768. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. Meaning 2 to the power of 1/2 to the power of square root of m turns into 2 to the power of the square root of m over 2, and 2 to the power of 1/2 to the square root of n turns into 2 to the power of the square root of n over 2. This is equal to 32,768. Now from here, what I'm going to do is let the variable x equal to the square root of m over 2, and let the variable y equal square root of n over 2. And the reason I'm doing this is to just make things a little more simplified, not so they're not too complicated. So now I have 2 to the power of x minus 2 to the power of y is equal to 32,768. Now from here, from my left-hand side, what I'm going to do is rewrite my left-hand side as 2 to the power of y times 2 to the power of x over 2 to the power of y minus 1. And notice if you distribute 2 to the power of y, we get what we have over here. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So 2 to the power of x over 2 to the power of y turns into 2 to the power of x minus y. Now I have this minus 1 is equal to 32,768. Now 32,768 is the same thing as 8 times 4,096. And 4,096 is the same thing as 8 times 572, 512, which is the same thing as 8 times 64, which is the same thing as 8 times 8. Meaning that I can rewrite 32,768 as 8 to the power of 5. So if 8 to the power of 5 is equal to 32,768, well, 8 to the power of 5 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 5, which is the same thing, because these two multiply, as 2 to the power of 15. So now I have 2 to the power of y times 2 to the power of x minus y minus 1 is equal to 2 to the power of 15. And 2 to the power of 15 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 15 times 1. And 1, well, to start off, 2 to the power of y is even, 2 to the power of x minus y minus 1 is odd, because 2 to the power of x minus y is even, and an even number minus 1 is odd. And then 2 to the power of 15, this is again even, all powers of 2 are even, and 1 here is odd. And sorry, 2 to the power of 0, which is 1, is the only power of 2 that's not even. So we have an even number times an odd number is equal to even number times an odd number. So what we can do is make the odd numbers equal to each other and the even numbers equal to each other. So I have two equations here. I have 2 to the power of y is equal to 2 to the power of 15. And I also have 2 to the power of x minus y minus 1 is equal to 1. So I have two equations here. Now for my left-hand side, if I have something in the form a to the power of a is equal to b to the power of b, this means that a is equal to b. So in this case, sorry, I wrote this out wrong. If I have something in the form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. So in this case, a is 2, m is y, and n is 15. So this means that y is equal to 15. Now for my right-hand side, I have 2 to the power of x minus y minus 1 is equal to 1. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by adding 1 on both sides. So I get 2 to the power of x minus y is equal to 2. Now 2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 1, and we have the same thing here. We can set these two equal to each other because the bases are equal to each other. So now I have x minus y is equal to 1. And this means that x is equal to y plus 1. Now, coming off of here, we have y equals 15. So if y equals 15, that means that x is equal to 15 plus 1, meaning x is equal to 16. Now, before you guys leave, let's check this real quick. So, actually, sorry, before even checking, you can't, by check, I mean we're going to plug in the values of m and n, because that's what we're solving for. So recall how x is equal to the square root of m over n, and, sorry, the square root of m over 2, and y is equal to the square root of n over 2. So I have 16 is equal to the square root of m over 2, meaning 32 is equal to the square root of m, and m is equal to 1024, which is 32 squared. Now for n, I have 15 is equal to the square root of n over 2, meaning 30 is equal to the square root of n, and n is equal to 900, which is, by the way, 30 squared because I square both sides. Square both sides over here. That's what I get. So these are my values of m and n for the equation.